This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Thanks so much for tuning in to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It's Friday, July 9th. Well, a year ago, Nye County Commissioners decided the county didn't have enough money to grant pay raises to elected county officers or themselves. Today, the county's financial situation has improved, so commissioners have voted to rescind last year's action, which effectively allows an automatic increase in compensation to kick in next year.
On June 30th, 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, Nye County Commissioners made the difficult decision to deny themselves and other elected county officers an automatic and state-required pay hike. Nye County Comptroller Savannah Rucker says today there's money available for those raises.
When that initial decision was made by the Board of County Commissioners, we were mid-COVID. We did not know what was going to happen with our financial state, and that was the conservative decision to be made by the board. But at this point in time, we have not experienced the revenue losses that were expected, and the budget associated with the departments as well as the general fund with elected officials and Board of County Commissioners can support that increase.
Let's move on to item number 29. For possible action, discussion and deliberation. 1, determine if sufficient financial resources are available to increase the compensation of elected county officials pursuant to NRS 245.0435 for fiscal year 2021-2022. And 2, determine if sufficient financial resources are available to increase the compensation of the Board of County Commissioners for fiscal year 2021-2022.
So let's ask the question, do we have sufficient funds to support this activity?
Yes to both questions for the BOCC and elected officials in fiscal 21 and 22, and the raise that's set statutorily within NRS 245.043 is already budgeted in departments in the fiscal 22 budget.
Each elected county officer and commissioner will receive a 3% increase in total compensation, meaning wages and benefits. County commissioners also voted to approve a 3% raise for the county's 4 justices of the peace. Combined, the raises will cost the county just over $44,000.
Thanks so much to Brad Francis for that report. Well, thanks to diligent claimant outreach, on Thursday, the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation was made aware that the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance benefit payments were not processed Monday, July 5th. Unfortunately, initially, it appeared the payment delays were a result of the federal banking holiday. At this time, payment for the PUA claimants who filed their weekly certifications on Sunday, July 4th will be processed today, and benefit recipients can expect their deposit be made into their accounts within 3 business days. Dieter is working with their third-party vendor to ensure that this will not happen again. They say they understand the stress and pressure the delay in benefit causes claimants and commit to improving benefit delivery going forward. Regular unemployment insurance claimants are not affected by this delay. Well, Great Basin National Park has announced temporary closure dates for Wheeler Peak Scenic Drive past Upper Lehman Creek Campground in Baker, Nevada. From August 9th, that's today, through the 20th, park visitors can expect Scenic Drive to be closed for construction. There will be an exception during the weekend of August 14th and 15th only, where Scenic Drive will be open per usual. The construction is part of the Reconstruct and Restore the Historic Wheeler Peak Campground project. This project will restore 37 existing campsites in the alpine area of the Great Basin. Campground Road will be paved and patchwork will be done to the Bristol Cone parking lot. For public safety, the narrow and winding mountain road will be closed during weekdays to allow construction trucks to access that site. And the World Health Organization continues to voice concern about the worldwide spread of COVID-19 and its variants. Doctors warn that there could be consequences for acting as if the crisis is over.
The world is at perilous point in this pandemic. We have just passed the tragic milestone of 4 million recorded COVID-19 deaths, which likely underestimates the overall toll. Some countries with high vaccination coverage, are now planning to roll out booster shots in the coming months and are dropping public health social measures and relaxing as though the pandemic is already over. However, compounded by fast-moving variants and shocking inequity in vaccination, far too many countries in every region of the world are seeing sharp spikes in cases and hospitalization.
The virus is showing us right now that it's thriving. This is not theoretical. We're not talking about a what-if situation right now. We're not talking about preparing for a surge. It's happening now. The virus has a hold over us right now, and we need to regain control over this virus.
We would ask governments to be really careful at this moment, not to lose the gains you've made, to open up very carefully. We've seen over the last 6 months, case after case, country after country, in which there was a lot of increase in social mixing without adequate vaccine coverage, and we've seen wave after wave of cases. I would hope that in the European environment we won't see a return to the overwhelmed hospitals and the exhausted health workers. But that's not a given. This virus is evolving, this virus is changing, and we need to be very, very careful at this moment so that the gains that have been hard won by the behaviours and action of our population are sustained, and that we gain the benefit collectively of all of that effort. So individual behaviour and government support to that behaviour, extremely important, and I would urge extreme caution in the complete lifting of public health and social measures at this time, because there are consequences for that.
And more local news, including a couple of arrests made at some area service stations. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, deputies responded to a welfare check for a man sleeping in his car at a gas station.
On June 20th, 2021, deputies were conducting a welfare check at the Super 7 gas station in Tonopah, Nevada for a male that had been sleeping in his car by the gas pumps. The driver of a red Ford Mustang was contacted and identified via a photo on his phone as Brandon Green. One of the deputies noticed that the car Green was driving had features of a rental car, with barcodes in the window as well as a no smoking sticker. Green was asked to step out of the vehicle and speak with the deputies, in which he stated that his girlfriend rented the Mustang a week ago but was unable to provide any rental agreement. Green stated there was nothing of concern in the car, and deputies were granted permission to search the vehicle. During the search, 8 credit cards were located along with 3 social security cards, 4 ID cards, and multiple pieces of mail that did not belong to the driver. Green was questioned and admitted that he had already been in trouble for these items but never disposed of them. Deputies located needles under the driver's seat as well as a small clear bag of a crystalline substance which tested positive for methamphetamine. Brandon Green was then placed under arrest and transported to the Tonopah Detention Center for booking.
Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office arrested a man at a local Horizon market after receiving a call that someone was attempting to break into a vehicle.
On June 6th at 3:24 a.m., Deputy Mendez was dispatched to Horizon Market in reference to an attempted auto burglary. The reporting party stated that a male in red shorts was attempting to smash a vehicle's window with a brick. Deputies made contact with a man matching that description, later identified as Cruz Garcia. When asked what he was doing, Garcia said that he was trying to get his belongings out of the vehicle. A brick broken in half was seen under the car as well. Officers recognized the vehicle as one that belonged to a subject previously arrested on an unrelated call. Several marks were noticed on the passenger side window, as well as 2 dents on the frame and more marks on the smaller rear passenger window. The marks were consistent with someone striking the surfaces with an object. The owner of the vehicle was asked if he wanted to press charges, as the damages were estimated to be at about $10,000. The owner said yes. Cruz Garcia was arrested for destroying property of another and attempted burglary of a vehicle. He was booked at Nye County Detention Center.
Thanks to Krista Stemney for those reports. Well, many of us are familiar with Vacation Bible School, but now one Pahrump church is putting a new spin on the popular summertime activity. Choice Hills Baptist Church youth pastor Gil Edmondson says neighborhood Bible time is just around the corner.
We have a special event coming up called Neighborhood Bible Time, and you've probably never heard of Neighborhood Bible Time. I don't know that we've ever had an event like that here in the Valley before, but you've heard of Vacation Bible School. Now, Neighborhood Bible Time is similar to that, but it's not the same. We are actually having a couple of evangelists, 2 young men come in. One specializes in our 1st through 6th grade group. Another one specializes in our 7th through 12th grade group, 7th through recent graduates, I should say. And so we're going to have both of them come in. It's actually 2 events in one, which is kind of crazy. A lot of VBSs have all the kids come at one time, and they try and divide them up. Well, we're having it at 2 different times. So if your kids are part of the younger group, 1st through 6th grade, you'll come here in the morning. That'll be around 8:30 to 12, and then if you're part of the older group, 7th through recent grads, you'll come in the evening, about 6:15 to 9 p.m. During the actual event, the evangelist will be doing gospel illusions, magic tricks. He'll be handing out balloon animals, and it's just a really exciting thing. They'll be singing songs, learning Bible stories. The evangelists are master storytellers, and so I like to just sit in and just listen to the stories myself, and I'm not part of the target audience, so it's really captivating for them. Every night has a theme. You can find the themes on our website. We've actually done a lot on our website. You go to chbcpahrump.com, and at the top I made a button, click for NBT information. You click through, and it'll take you to a page showing you all of this. Every night for the teens has a theme. And so it ranges from as silly as Noodle Night, which I still don't know what I didn't do that when I traveled. All I know is I bought 20 pounds of spaghetti for games. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be eating any of this spaghetti. I don't know what we're going to be doing with it, playing dodgeball with it or something. Every night's going to be something different. Every night's going to be exciting, and every night ends with a meal. I don't want to misrepresent it. There's going to be preaching every night for the teens. There's going to be about a 30 to 40 minute preaching time where the evangelist is going to be going through the Bible. With the children, they're going to be teaching the Bible throughout it, but you're having so much fun with all the other things that even if you're like, I don't really like preaching, it's not like we're going to make you sit in a church service. Yeah. It's a little bit different. Not that there's anything wrong with sitting in a church service. I'm a youth pastor, but NBT is totally, even for those who don't necessarily like going to church, NBT makes church fun.
I want to go. Well, again, for more information about Neighborhood Bible Time, you can visit Choice Hills Baptist Church online at chbcpahrump.com. And as we head into our break, we're going to have a public service announcement from our disabled American veterans.
While I was lying in an Army hospital in Germany, my parents got a letter that said I had 48 hours to live. They even sent this flag to put on my coffin.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury, and when I got home, I fought depression, anxiety, and alcohol, and had nothing to look forward to.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
With DAV's help, my world changed 100%. I was able to build a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
But there are more victories to be won.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Adam Greathouse, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, the Delta variant, which is considered highly contagious, has become the dominant strain of COVID-19 here in the United States. According to the CDC, it now accounts for 51% of cases reported.
The Delta variant's a concern similar to the other variants because we're concerned it's more transmissible, and we're trying to figure out if it causes worse disease or not. But the big concern is the transmissibility, that if one person gets it, potentially they could spread it to more people.
Dr. Daniel Rhodes is the director of microbiology for Cleveland Clinic. He says researchers still have a lot to learn about the Delta variant. However, they do know that it is quickly spreading among unvaccinated individuals and can be quite severe for older adults. Symptoms for the Delta variant also appear to be different. People tend to notice more headaches, sore throat, and runny nose, much like you'd see with the common cold. Dr. Rhodes says if you have not been vaccinated yet, now is a good time. The vaccine may not be completely foolproof, but it will give you the best chance for protection and lower your risk for hospitalization.
The evidence is that if they do get infected after they've been vaccinated, their disease is unlikely to be severe. It looks like vaccines are really good at preventing severe disease. They're also very good at preventing infection.
Dr. Rhodes says even though hospitalizations and case numbers overall are down right now, he does expect to see another rise this fall as the Delta variant continues to spread.
Thanks to Brad Francis for that report. Well, doctors say that most people can benefit from a routine that includes endurance training. In today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, Dr. Jacob Steckel explains how physical activity can reduce the risk of many diseases.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
My name is Dr. Jacob Steckel, and I'm one of the chiropractors at Spring Mountain Medical. Today, I'd like to talk to you about endurance training, also known as cardio. Endurance training is one of the 4 types of exercise, along with strength, balance, and flexibility. Cardio includes any activities that increase your breathing and heart rate, such as walking, jogging, dancing, swimming, biking, and jumping rope. Endurance activities keeps your heart and lungs healthy and improves your overall fitness, making it easier to carry out everyday activities. Getting the recommended amount of activity can reduce the risk of many diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. The American Heart Association recommends 150 minutes per week, or 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week. If you're just starting out with exercise after being sedentary, don't rush it. It's important to set realistic goals based on your own health and abilities. Start out with 10 to 15 minutes at a time, then gradually build up the overall time. Men and women of all ages can benefit from endurance training, but get a doctor's okay before beginning, especially if you haven't exercised in a while or have any underlying health concerns. If your New Year's resolution includes having a healthier 2021, consider making endurance training a regular part of your week. At Spring Mountain Medical, the chiropractors and medical providers and staff are happy to help. Contact our office at 775-727-8900. I'm Dr. Jacob Steckel, and this has been a Medical Minute.
Thanks so much, Dr. Steckel. Well, if you are in the market for a new computer, you may be asking, what's the best brand? But in today's Great Computer Deals quick tutorial, Josh Osborne explains it's not about the brand, it's about the model.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. What brand of computer do I buy? It's not about the brand, it's about the model, guys. Just because there's a Dell or HP logo on a computer doesn't make it good. All brands have high-end and low-end models. For example, a brand new $300 laptop from a department store will be a great price, but it's gonna have low-end parts and a really short lifespan. A good used corporate grade model for say $500 will give you a great machine with high-end parts that will last 5 to 7 years easy. Spend say $1,200 on a brand new high-end unit, you're gonna get an awesome computer. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Thanks so much, Josh. And speaking of friends, if you're looking for a best friend, I have some advice for you. There's dozens of shelter pets available for adoption right here in our area. And for today's Save a Pet, Darby O'Donnell introduces us to a dog with stunning blue eyes who goes by the name of Moby.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Moby. Moby is a 1-year-old yellow lab mix. The most gorgeous eyes, icy blue. They're stunning. He is such a sweet little boy. Moby is definitely a dog that you'll need to take out to the yard and spend a minimum of 15 minutes with. He is a little shy at first. He's just a little scared of his new surroundings. He will come up to you. He'll calm down, especially if you get down lower on his level, so he doesn't feel scared. And then he just wants a little opportunity. He's a doggy that will probably take a little bit of time to adjust, but I could tell that he's extremely sweet. He's going to be very, very loyal, and it's just going to be a little lover. When I got on the ground with him, it took him a little second, but he finally came up to me, and we've been petting, and we've been hanging out for a little while now. So if you want to come and see Moby or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, please give them a call ahead of time, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Huh, Moby? Good boy.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler staring out the KPVM weather window from the top of the Treasure Island Resort. Look at this. There's a little mini Elvis right there. He's sweating his butt off in 114-degree heat. I feel sad for him. We'll tell you all about the weather when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you on a Friday. What a sweat box we have up and down the state. Check this out. Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all in triple digits, and Tonopah just barely almost making it at 99 degrees. Goldfield down to Beatty, down to Amargosa, it's 100 to 114 degrees as we march south. Las Vegas, 116 degrees. It just sounds like a bad joke. Oh, and here's a really bad joke. Death Valley, 125 degrees. Forget that. Here in the dusky desert jewel of Pahrump, wow, we've got an entirely binary temperature. How about that? 111 degrees, 112 earlier. It is what you call excessive heat. There you go. It's dangerous. Get out there and get yourself some water, and then get yourself some AC, and then get yourself some more water. Sun rose this morning at 5:34 a.m., setting this evening at 8:03 p.m., and it'll be a gorgeous sunrise under mostly clear skies, but that means some clouds to kind of break things up and make some pretty colors out there. We're looking forward to that. Easterly winds to 8 miles per hour. The humidity basically dry at 16%. But check out this coming into the weekend. Oh no, 114, 113, 112. We get no relief until about, let's say next Friday. It's trending down, but it's not trending down fast enough. We're going to lose our cloud cover over the weekend, come into the week with clear skies. Winds about 13 miles per hour and just deathly dangerous heat. Be careful of yourself out there. Excessive heat warning. There you are. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
I'm waiting for it to cool down just a hair there. Well, the Department of Employment Training and Rehabilitation is aware of a situation some claimants are experiencing where their address is updated in their system, but not in the system called Way to Go. They say that they are working diligently to resolve this issue and anticipate addresses will be current with Way to Go shortly. Claimants experiencing the situation can contact Way to Go as soon as this weekend to request a new card. The majority of claimants have current addresses in both systems and can expect their Way to Go card soon if they haven't received it yet. The call center is open 24/7. If you would like to find out more information, give them a call, 844-542-1115. That's 844-542-1115. And things going on this weekend. Never Forgotten Animal Society is having a really fantastic yard sale to help support all the care that they give to animals. They are right there on the corner of West and Wilson Street. That is July 9th and 10th. That's 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information, you can call 537-8674. And don't forget, Movie in the Park is this weekend, and that's happening at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park right there on Honeysuckle between Dandelion and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. Bring a blanket, bring some chairs, bring some snacks. There's even a snack bar there. But the movie this weekend is Maleficent, and it all begins at 8:15. It's so much fun to sit out there and just enjoy that movie. Of course, it's free. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.